Okay, let's test that. Okay, is everyone here? Oh, wait, let me share my screen again. Share screen. Okay, wait. Before we continue with Nadia, is my screen being recorded or not, Vidi?
It is kok, Kak.
Oh, yeah, it's showing just sharing your entire screen.
Oh, it's already screen share by you.
Okay, okay. Then, okay, we will. Oh, basically, by the way, for anyone watching the video, so we are doing a peer review. So we are reviewing how our team member is performing, and this is should be a constructive feedback. So I think we Nadia has given her feedback for me, Vidi, Aldo, and Chris, and I think she hasn't present the feedback for herself. So I think Nadia, you can continue that, please.
Okay, thank you very much. So, what I can say about myself is that, okay, so for the discovery, for me, for the pro side, is that I can see and discover some problems that the users are facing because, yeah, because it's one of my tasks as well that I mostly doing testings and impact measurements, which requires me to have talks and interview with the client. So in results, I get to know like the actual problems the clients or users are facing. But the cons is that I still feel less confidence on proposing the ideas or the problems. Okay, so and then the next is for the prioritization. Um, I think I can prioritize the tasks based on the project prioritizations and also on my own time bandwidth as well. But the cons, yeah, sometimes I can get distracted easily, but I try to stay focused. The next is problem solving. Yeah, actually have a list of ideas and solutions, especially when creating the design solution for the projects based on the needs and goals. But the cons is that sometimes the design solutions that I provide or I give might not be applicable in the products or in the platforms, so which requires it to be like pivot. And I think I need to understand more on the business process as well. And the execution is, yeah, I think like I've experienced in talking with the users and clients and get their actual feedbacks. And I can do the design solutions in terms of like prototyping or wireframes fast. But the cons is that sometimes I focus too much on the details during the first stage, which I actually shouldn't do that. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, okay, thank you. That's definitely. I think yeah, you get everything. You understand yourself
Yep,
uh,
yep.
the best. Actually, it's very good. Okay, now Nadia, you know what to improve and what to reduce, right? Okay, so next on Chris, please give us your feedback to Mia. To first to Mia. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, please just remind me. Yeah, usually I'm just forgetful, so it is not because I don't want to answer or don't want to help. It's just forgetful. Okay, I'll improve on that. Okay. No, I think that's good. Yeah, I'm just wondering how why there are no cons that is being mentioned. I'm pretty sure I have a lot of weaknesses as well. I want to know why, basically. Yeah, that's it for me. Just I will try to get better at remembering thing and when you asking for something, and that's it uh, from me. PD, yeah. Any response, Vidi?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think the mentioned cons is very true. Yeah, especially number one. I realize sometimes like when I explain to user, I have difficulty not telling them about the technical stuff because yeah, that should be improved. Like because users sometimes they don't really care about the technical stuff, right? But just it's a general idea. For the pros, yeah, thank you very much, I guess. And then for the cons, the rest of the cons, I think it's pretty much similar to Nadia. And I kind of realized that maybe, yeah, I have to prioritize better, I think. Maybe. Okay. Thank you, Grace.
Okay, and then Nadia. Okay. Okay. So everything is good from Chris to Nadia, yeah. Okay. Okay. That's good. Yep, Chris. Chris. Mm. Okay. Okay. That's a good discovery of yourself, Chris. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Chris. Let's continue to Vidya.
Okay. So first to Kabayu ya.
Okay. I'm ready.
To Kabayu for discovery. The positive side is I think you're very decisive in discovery, and actually this is good prioritization is in part of discovery because like why did I include this is because when discovering sometimes one of my weaknesses is I like to do many stuff at once, right? But you're very good at prioritization. But I think this is the same like Nadia. Not really Kabayu's weakness, but some clients, especially like new people or interns, feel intimidated. So they usually ask other people in PD to like deliver the news or deliver the idea. For prioritization, very fluent, knows what's should be done first and what should be done, what should be put in pending, and so on and so forth. And I don't see any weakness yet in the prioritization because, of course, I believe that my prioritization level is still below Kabayu, so I don't have any visibility yet. For problem solving, the positive is a wide variety of problem solving resource. So being able actually this is one thing that I actually learned a lot when I used to do a lot of pairings with Kabayu. I learned from him to integrate different things so that we can get our resource solution. That's why maybe for Chris, that's how I was able to become more creative because if I we can remember the things that just like Kabayu, remembering the things that can be used to solve a particular solution at different instances, I think that would be good. So far, there haven't been any problem yet that has not been able to be solved. For execution, the positive side is a huge improvement in delegation. I think, especially the execution as a chapter lead or CTO. I think that's a huge improvement. I think that there are a lot of components that most of the time you don't really have to do yourself. You just have to evaluate and check and deliver most of the time. Like most of the time, he's able to execute things well and deliver most of the time. But maybe the cons is only limited execution resource in terms of like maybe if we're a whole company, right? And then like let's say product development is one company, and then we have a lot of human resource, we're able to have more. We can perform better in a sense like sometimes we have human resource sometimes is limited in product development, right? But then we have a lot of projects to be done. We have a lot of things to be done because I feel like in PV there are a lot. Actually, there are a lot of potentials, and we see the problem and there's potential, but because it's me, see, actually. Sorry, it's me. I get distracted. But yeah, limited execution resource in terms of human resource as well as sometimes Kabayu don't really know the technical stuff, but he's not afraid to say to ask and then also ask me question like whether it's possible or not. So I really appreciate that. But yeah, only that's it.
Okay, thank you, Vidi, for the feedback. Yeah, I hear you. So I will try to improve on the thing that makes a concern for you.
Yeah, all good, Kak. Okay, next to VD. People feel comfortable making requests. Sometimes too comfortable ya kayaknya. And whenever people ask me for pairing, either it's in business intelligence or product development, usually it's more like consultation or feature request. But I I I don't have any problem with that because I like solving problems. That's why I'm always excited when someone asks for pairing. But it becomes a problem when I cannot prioritize on which feature to execute because everything seems like fun. Uh, and then for prioritization, I can do small bugs and feature quickly, but I need to be able to prioritize and orchestrate feature development better because yeah, that's why I'm still to compensate for this. I am learning from my friend who's actually a full-time product manager also. So learning the basics, I think, is very important in this kind of prioritization. Like what because it's like an orchestra. It's like conductor, apa bahasa Indonesia? Yang gini-gini. Ya,
Connected.
yang pakai the one who uses a stick to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
yeah like that.
connector.
It feels like I have to become like that, but my stick is flying around like I don't know where. So everybody is confused. That's one of the things that I should fix. And then for problem solving, I can get creative sometimes. Like I can, if there are problems, I learned from Kabayu that you can use other tools to apply it to other instances. However, sometimes the creative idea can be difficult to execute by other people. I think when I explain about the creative things, it's not specific enough or the instruction is not clear. So I need to hone my skills in communication so that what my solution is can be also executed by other people, not only myself. Uh, because from there I can delegate more. And then for execution, the positive side is I can do programming. I think. But yeah, very slow delivery, very. And I need for product owner itself. Actually, I feel like I need to go back to the basics of product owner because usually in development, I usually do full stack. So from design, everything, I know what I think, right? But when becoming a product owner, I realized that it's very difficult because sometimes what I write is not exactly what people understood. So that have to be improved in terms of being a product owner. Yeah.
Cool discovery.
Yeah. Oke, next Aldo. Bapak Aldo ini nggak datang ya, but in Discovery can relate to what user wants because he became a product owner before before me become full time product owner. He became product owner and then he's able to talk well with people. His relationship is also good. Uh, and the cons, I don't have any visibility because he stopped being product owner since like a few while ago. So not I don't really see any more discovery. But during his process in discovering prototypes, usually what he understood is what the owner, what the client mentioned is well understood by him. In terms of prioritization, is pretty good. Like he's also in two chapters, same like me, marketing. Uh, I think the problem is that in marketing, it's not his fault really, but the task in marketing is sometimes more to execution, so it spends more time as opposed to like business intelligence also have execution, but most of the time I can just think about it and then I give the answer. But in Aldo case, he have to do like hustling stuff, so
Mm.
that so his time is like very occupied because of hustling stuff. For problem solving, he's eager to learn about the system, but sometimes his limited knowledge of the system is one of his weakness in problem solving. Uh, he can propose some creative idea, but sometimes at sometimes he overestimated the solution, the power of system, but sometimes he also underestimate the power of system. For example, like if he gives solution, let's say from we have a journey from A to C, we can just do A, B, C. But then he kind of like go to A, D, E, F, B, and C. So he underestimate, but sometimes he overestimate also. So he have to find balance in that. Uh, and then in terms of execution, he's very creative. He That's why he's not constrained to the development, the basics of UI UX, and very timely in execution. For some reason, he is able to do that still. But yeah, he still needs. I think he still needs to learn about the foundation, because sometimes even though you do it practically, there are some important foundations that could be useful in his projects, especially regarding UI UX and also design. Because poster design is a little bit different from software design, something like that.
Mm.
Okay, no comment, Aldo. Okay, you comment later. Like me, yeah, Aldo. If what you watch, yeah. Huh? Okay, next to Chris. Chris, discovery, growing sense of discovery. He haven't really understand the no visibility in the sense is he's still not able to uh, understand the context and the culture within the company. But his growing sense of discovery, he went to all the scrums of the chapters. He has this sense of curiosity, and that's pretty good. And I can see that if he continues to do so, he will be able to more integrate more problems to solution within the company. And as in terms of prioritization, he's very focused. That's a good thing, but can only focus at one task at a time for now. That's one thing. Because if given multiple tasks, he will get confused easily. So maybe yeah, there are some people that can switch. Actually, there are no multitasking, right? But some people can switch tasks quicker. But in terms of Chris, it suits yourself if you can only focus at one thing at a time. Maybe just like you said, you optimize time spent on to solve one thing so that you can do more things, do multiple things at a certain period as opposed to at the same time. And then for problem solving, good problem solving skill actually. Like he can sometimes figure out his own problem, but at times he still asks for like a problem that I believe he knows the solution, but he forget that he knows something. For example, like yesterday regarding the query, I know he knows this thing, and then I give the solution, and then he suddenly just remember that it exists, that solution exists. So he forgets something that's already known. For execution, high programming skills, yeah, as expected. And then he's very eager to learn in execution stage, especially like even though he's faced with a new framework that he never used before. But the cons is regarding efficiency in coding. Maybe sometimes it can be more efficient if you just. I think I agree. You can do first and then sometimes ask later. That's what I usually do. I do first and ask later, and then this because this correlates with the delivery time. Maybe from Chris, do you have any comments? Okay. Yep, yep, yep. So do it one by one, but do it quicker, something like that. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Chris. Next to Nadia, discovery. She has a lot of skill in empathizing towards the client. She talks well and be able to like figure out the problem of the client without make actually the skill is in making a meeting feels not like a meeting because it's more like a conversation of what the client is trying to solve in his or her chapter, and also can reach out to discover new issues, because I think there are some features that are requested right now is actually based on Nadia's reach out to the clients or potential clients. For the cons, actually, I haven't seen yet, but maybe if I have to extrapolate really hard to find the issues, is that for now she is bringing the features, but there are no actions after that yet. So she bring the features to me yet, but maybe in the future you can help with doing the next step after bringing the features. And then for prioritization, very good prioritization. She's able to like switch meeting really quickly, and then also like follow up with things that she thinks is on high priority. For the cons, not yet found because she have been quite timely for the past few while. And for problem solving, she kind of understand the internals of the system because her bachelor degree is related to system informatics, I believe. But maybe sometimes she forgets also, just like Chris. So the feasibility of the solution, even she could. I thought like if she knows more about the system, she can kind of like be more balanced. But she's more balanced than Aldo in terms of the solution that she gives. But sometimes maybe because the system evolves, and IT is quite wide, huge. Sometimes there are still instability in the solution given, especially the synchronization between the prototype and also the system. Sometimes she can kind of get surprised when the system can actually do these things. So maybe improve on the knowledge on the system. But for the execution, very good documentation. I am very bad at documentation, so I'm very impressed when I look at the documentation that she makes, like the writing and what she wants to write, especially in written documentation. And also has a strong background in terms of UI UX. She brings in knowledge that usually we have to search first, and we don't even know whether it's a credible source. But since she has a background already, it's very strong. But sometimes she still needs to learn how to fuse the culture and psychology of the company, because although UI UX has a foundational theories, different company culture and company psychology may impact on the UI UX development. But that is the only thing that needs to be improved. But overall, I think that could be fixed with getting used to and being adaptive. Overall, all good. Maybe Nadia, any feedback?
Wow, okay, that's actually really nice. Thank you for the feedbacks. Yeah, all well noted. Yeah. Thank you, Vidi.
Okay. Oh well, no. Oh yeah. Sometimes she speaks like American white girl.
What?
No. Okay. Good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Vidi, for the feedbacks. That's really good. The last one is from me. Okay, from me to me. This okay. So first, on the discovery, what I think about me is that the pros is I can offer wider range of solution with the context and understanding that I have. But the cons is I have limited visibility of other people's work in the company. Yeah, probably because of the cons that you guys mentioned, because people are afraid to approach me, maybe. So okay, I know that now. And then my prioritization, the pros, I think I can prioritize based on company-wide interests. But the cons is that my expectation of the project delivery sometimes doesn't match with the actual delivery. So this makes the prioritization can actually shift after a month. For example, if we have a project that needs to be delivered in a month, then we haven't finished that, and then the clients or the user that actually need that probably don't need that anymore, right? So I think that's yeah, that is one of my my cons right there in terms of prioritization. So on the problem solving, I have a box full of trick to solve a lot of problems, basically, because yeah, I like solving problem and be creative about that. The cons is the solution that I use sometimes is outside the user's ZPD, zone proximal development. Basically, if it's not familiar with the user, they will be difficult to adopt it, right? And then makes it only me that can use it, and it won't be a good product if only me that can use the product. So that's my limitation. On the execution part, the pros, I think I can execute and decide fast. The cons is that yeah, I have limited time budget to do it myself, so I have to delegate it better. I'm trying right now. I'm trying to do the least at as least work as possible. I want to delegate everything to the experts, you guys, for programming, for managing project, for designing. So I can focus more on the thing that I'm good at. Okay, so that is my feedback to me, and then the next one is my feedback to Fidi. On the discovery part, the pros, Vidi is really good at engaging with people from different chapter. A lot of people actually also approach Vidi, so that's really good. The cons is documenting the meetings. I cannot seem to find any meeting documentation. What I mean is like the raw information before it gets processed or concluded, because I think the raw information is also important, especially when you do the meeting with the team. So just in case that you misunderstood the client, then so other people in the team can detect that as well. Uh, yeah, I think that's one of the things that you can improve in discovery. The prioritization, the good part is prioritizing based on the client. So that's really good, not based on yourself or the team or how easy is that. The cons is I think you're still attracted to shiny project, cool project, right? Cool toys. I think you need to focus more on high probability deliverable product. Some I think it kind of understandable. I think it's because the shiny product, the cool product, new technology is always attracting us, right? And just think like, yes, I can do that because I want that, I like that. But I think in terms of limited resources that we have right now, that should be in your list of consideration in terms of prioritization. The problem solving, the pros is a wide knowledge of context and can offer a good solution. Mostly, you know already the context in the company, and then the tools that we have, the problems that people are having on their own chapter. The cons is you need to focus more on integrating existing tools that we have. Most of the time, you already done that. Uh, Probably what I'm getting here is that you try to create a new tool with same functionality, but it's a better tool. That's what I understand. So yeah, that's kind of sometimes being problematic because we have the existing tool, but it's not good. Then we can fix the old tool, or we can create a new tool that is, I think, easier to make the new one, right? So that is a topic by itself. It's a little a bit difficult to decide on its own. So yeah, I'm thinking for now to integrate more existing tool rather than creating the new one. So the execution part is the pros are VD can get things done, so that's really good. The cons are too many things you have on hand, it's always causing the delivery time to be delivered, right? It's happened already. So a lot of people also said that thing about you. So I think that you need to improve that. It could be in term of like saying no to project or to task maybe, or limiting. Give yourself a quota. Otherwise, that you will be burned out, and then you won't like to do it anymore, right? Because you have too many things. Uh, that's my feedback. Do you want to respond to that, Vidi?
Yeah, thank you very much, Kabayu. Yeah, I think I definitely agree. Like a lot of people already mentioned this about the prioritization and being attracted to shiny tool. And for the first one, documenting raw information, yes, I think that's very important. And I think this is the realization that we have in product development since we are trying to document the SLA, right, Kak? And then I mentioned about like what should I do with the task that I should do that I am doing right now, because I felt like about last month or 2 months ago, I feel like I did a lot of things, but I forget what I did. So that's why I think yesterday Nadia and I kind of like uh, arrange these things so that whenever people ask me to do stuff, especially like stuff that cannot be done really quickly, I ask them to do feature requests in bug report bigger. I think that allows us to be more to document what better for stuff. But overall, thank you very much, Kak.
Okay, that's good. Okay, let's continue for Aldo. If you're watching this, Aldo. So the pros. Basically, what I see is I have a limited visibility of Aldo's work in the at least in the last month in the last few weeks basically. So I have also some concern I think from Shailene about that. Mostly because I cannot see the work that Aldo has been done. I see some report that it's being done, but I think because yeah, there's no update, but I will read this out. So for the discovery part, I have no visibility on the pros. The cons is basically lack of discoveries that brought back to the team as material for learning, like failures or external material. So you haven't bring that much of that. So and then not a lot of breakthrough in terms of conducting research and implementing design. Basically, yeah, I think same with the one that VD mentioned. It's probably different between designing for poster and designing graphic design and UI UX design. That is different things. Uh, UI UX needs more interaction with people that actually going to use the design that you create as opposed to a graphic design where you can be an artist and then let just show it to people, right? And then I think I'll do tend to take client feedback as is instead of extracting the insight. So this I found out a couple of time when client like I want this, and then that's it. That will be created as is instead of uh, extracting feedback from different people with different feedback, and then see the common pattern from all of them. In terms of prioritization, same, no visibility in the pros side, no visibility on the priorities, no visibility on his priorities, updates on daily asynchronous Scrum, I think. So that's why I don't see any work that he's currently doing. I don't know what he's currently doing right now. And I think having difficulty delivering tasks on time. What I mean is from a few weeks ago. I think we have for a week, and then it's not being done. But yeah, there are some others. I think that definitely can be improved. On problem solving, same no visibility on the pros part. Uh, and from the cons, from the design that he implemented in the latest project that we do, is lack of context to integrate existing system into new design. Uh, yeah, I think that's my feedback. I think that design would be very new, and it's not related to any existing tool or design or platform that we currently use. That would be difficult for the developer team. So I think we need that to be improved. And then the execution part, the pros, task-based work can be done. I mean, if there's a task, please do this, then it can be done. But I think yeah, the especially the cons here is the initiative to update the team about the progress. I think Aldo is lacking that in terms of communication. This is the example of the KPI that I asked him to create or to propose. Basically, it's been I think more than 2 weeks now. While the deadline is actually 1 week, still not being delivered or being updated. So that's it. So that's my visibility, limited visibility from Aldo. Next one for Chris, the discovery part, the pros. I don't see any visibility on discovery part. No comments on that part. And the prioritization, I think Chris have clear project prioritization planning. The cons is just easy to be distracted with other work, right? I think it just uh, you want to be nice to people so that when there's a new task, you cannot say no, right? So I think that is that's a problem of prioritization and keep distraction away. Uh, yeah, and seems like cannot work on multiple things at once. I noticed that, but really good at doing one if you are focused on one thing. And then the problem solving, the pros that I see is that you are willing to ask for guidance if you stuck at some point, some friction. So that is a good quality. So I want you to keep that and improve that actually. The cons are lack of creativity, lack of creative ideas to navigate problems. I mean, yeah, that happened with small things, right? That you keep asking uh, permission instead of trying it first. So I think that part can be improved from your side. The execution part, the pros are following up and getting things done. So this is really good quality. Uh, Never stop when your task hasn't been done. So that's really good. The cons, you need to set a target and deadline for yourself. Uh, you have a date or timeline basically for working on something. It could be easy on calendar, like you have 2 hours to work on one part, for example. It's not the entire problem, not the entire code or the entire project, but you can just one part of the project done in 2 hours, and then the next 2 hours you will do something else. The next 2 hour you will do something else. I think that could be a good way to arrange your execution, and then make sure that the program you write is also working for others as a whole application, not only your part. Testing. That's why we have multiple server, right? There's a development server, staging server, and then later when you really believe that the app is ready for the user, then we will move to production. So test that, make it running, and then see if there's any error on that. So if it's not just unit testing part, right, but the application testing as well. Uh, that's it from me to Chris. Any response? Do you want to respond to that, Chris? Hmm? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So next one, Nadia. Oh yeah, by the way, we are over time. But since the next slot would be product development, I think we will use this. We will extend this like 5 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so to Nadia, the discovery, the pros are can start a communication with other party. That's really good quality for a UX researcher, especially bringing the questions and ideas into conversation. That's also really good. Especially we're not stuck only to internal conversation, team conversation, but you can also bring some conversation that happen outside the team, like from the client, from the maybe partner, or even bringing up some articles on best practice in UI and UX design. So that's really good. The cons, creating a realistic user story for each product when designing. So I see this problem when you have the prototype. Usually it's showing the functionality, but there's no story in the prototype. So as a user, I think what they need is to see how they will use it, instead of like, oh, if I do this, then this app can do this. But actually, like, why I want to make why I want to use this tool. That's I think that could help add the value to the product, because user can relate. Oh, I will use this tool because this is really me. This is me, what I'm doing every day. Uh, Prioritization. The pros are, you have clear OKR planning, so that's really good. And then the side project consistency for the mobile app, that's also good. That is a low priority, but you do it consistently, so that's really good. Keep doing that. And you also can switch from low priority to high priority pretty fast. That also a very good quality. Uh, the cons are, you still too focused on creating the design instead of researching the design that user wants. So I think this is a common problems with designer, maybe UI UX, because it's more fun to create your own design, right? It's more fun to being an artist, but I think that can be reduced into creating product that uh, you already know that there's a user that want that product. That is the improvement points that you can do on prioritization, especially on time budgeting. The problem solving, the pros are a quick learner and getting better at asking question, actually. So that's a good thing. Keep doing that. The cons, I think you need more context to integrate existing system into a new design. Like, for example, the existing tools that we have, existing system, I don't know, database, or maybe how people are doing their work in other chapter. That's the next point. So lack of knowledge in the other side of business. Like, for example, how we do reservation, how Airbnb works, how Tokit works, how finance work. I think you need to have a look at that and observe that, so we can, when we integrate something into the design, we know that oh, there's actually already something that we can integrate. The execution, the pros are following up and getting things done. So this is a really good quality, actually. So I think so far you have delivered everything that you've been tasked. So that's really good. The cons is, I think you need to set higher quality standard for the design that delivered to the developer or the user. Higher quality standard means that user are really like it. It's not only acceptable by the user, but uh, user would say, "Oh, it's awesome design. It's I never seen anything like this before. I never seen anything so easy to use." For example. And also higher quality standard for the developer as well. Like, try to not have a meeting with the developer. You create a design, and then create the documentation well documented, and then when the developer read your documentation, they will just say, say, this is a great design. I can just build it right away without asking any question. So I think that's it. That's the one points to improve for Nadia. Nadia, do you want to respond to that?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, thank you very much for that. Actually, I'm kind of like, oh, okay. But for the cons, I definitely will like improve more on that. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I guess we done everything, the feedback for everyone, from everyone to everyone. Just a reminder again. So basically, the goal of this review is basically we know each individual strengths and weaknesses, so that the team member can cover for others' weaknesses. Even better if we can actually remove our weaknesses and then become just good at everything, right? So that's the ideal goal, the end goal. While reviewing this, I think this is the basic foundation of what we do, especially when we are creating product or creating solution. We need to discover, we need to prioritize, and then we need to solve a problem, and then not only giving the solution, but actually executing the ideas that we have. So okay, that's it for the cross peer review right now for this month. This is the first time we are doing this. Hopefully, we can do better next month. We will do this by the middle of the month every month. And yeah, I guess that's it, everyone. Thank you, and we can. This part is dismissed. We can continue to the product development Scrum, right?